ที่ Bangkok Community Radio Studio กับตุนกับ DJ Maytae เราผู้จัดงานเด็กแสดงดนตรี Beatforest นะครับ Hey, welcome to Bangkok Community Radio Studio with Dun and Maytae, the managers of Beatforest Music Festival, and here for a little interview.
Yep. My name is Tun and I'm a consultant of this music festival.
I'm May. I'm the founder of the festival.
Nice. So you guys have been running Beatforest for a year or so. Why don't you talk to us about Beatforest? May, why don't you introduce the festival and share a little bit about what it's about?
Well, our festival is a celebration for nature and electronic music diversity, featuring genres ranging from ambient house, electro, breakbeat, techno to electronic live sets. We're bringing artists from around the world together to create this unique and immersive experience.
Nice. And what was the reason for founding it? What was the inspiration that made you guys found the festival?
Just tell me about the land first.
Well, it starts up with the land. We have this abandoned wasteland that has been it was Khao Yai is actually a place where people go and enjoy nature. But as time goes by, the deforestation kind of became a major problem, and we had this piece of land that was actually a tamarind farm, and it got deforested. And I just kind of wanted to give it a little love of regenerating. So that was the initial idea of going back into that place and trying to bring it back to life by planting trees. And then, we spent quite a bit of time over there, camping and,
inviting friends to play music over there. So we thought of the ideas of making a big party where we can invite all the friends to join us at that land, and then helps us growing some trees together. And this kind of activity, I would like you to look at the long term. If you come back to this festival in 10 years from now, you're gonna see a lot of growth. So the landscape will change every year you're coming, because we keep planting more trees. Each year we have a festival. Like last year we did 1,000 trees. This year we're gonna plant 200 more.
Sure. I mean, that sounds really interesting, because I feel like often there isn't that much conversation about environmental impact within Thailand. Do you think since you've started the festival, there's been changing and people have started talking about kind of nature and the environment more within music? Or do you see that part of a bigger conversation within Thailand stuff?
I think people in general are more active about environmental issue, right? And music festival itself, we have to accept that each activities release a lot of carbon, right? So what can we do to compensate that kind of activity? So the best way to compensate the carbon release is growing trees.
Yeah, and planting trees is kind of in my family background.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it sounds really, really interesting. So you ran the festival last year. How was last year's experience? Were there any musical highlights that you really enjoyed from 2024? So I guess this year's, it was early in January, right? This year's musical experience.
You mean this year, next year?
Yeah, this year. Yeah. How
The previous one.
The previous version.
Yeah, it was focusing mainly on we call ourselves electronic music, but we focus mainly on techno. But this year we're having a little more, diverse artists.
Good.
So we're bringing more live electronic music, especially from around the Asian community.
Yeah.
So we're trying to build a
strong Southeast Asian and Asian and Europe community.
Yeah.
Everybody can be friends.
Nice.
And enjoy different kind of music. So talk about the previous year.
Yeah.
I think my most favorite show is from the rock band called JPBS.
Okay. Yeah.
They were the rock band that I think they have the element of electronics in it, but the basic of the performance is very rock, and they combine the visual elements that's so strong to I know, entertain your eyes and your ears at the same time. And this year they just perform at Maharasop and they keep getting better and better.
I mean, they design every performance, every show. They design like new balance. Right, every show that they go to.
So when you come to Beatforest, don't expect just only DJs, but you can see bands as well. And then our music selection is very diverse.
Cool. Yeah, sounds great. And then, so moving to this year, I'll get next year's festival in a few weeks' time. What are some things that people should be looking out for, or what's the music that you guys are really excited about listening to?
For me, I'm excited about live.
Okay.
Electronic live. This Indonesian duo called Catapult. They gonna play like the traditional music, like electronic modular. So it's kind of like new experience for me, and that two duo that really looking forward to.
Nice. And how about you, John?
There is another duo called Tulwai. Two guys. His name is Tam from Monotone Group and another guy from Kon from Bomb and Track. They both come from the band's background. Tam used to be in a band called Monotone, legendary pop and soul, Thai pop and soul band. And Kon is coming from a rock band. Usually he play bass in a like hard rock, alternative rock band, very hard music. But when both of them combine, they use a modular synthesizer to create interesting music that you can dance to.
Anyone who wants who enjoys a DJ set, we have D-Dan and DJ Tool. Usually they don't play back to back together, but this year I think they kind of travel every day tour together, so we're going to see them back to back together. The music are very different, so that's I want to see both of them too.
Yeah. Nice. If you had to if someone had never been to Beatforest and you had to sum up the kind of sound and experience, what would you say to someone? How would if someone's interested to go, what would you how would you describe the experience they would have next year's festival?
I think it's a friendly festival.
Okay.
Don't think it's just a serious music festival. It's a festival where you can enjoy time with your friends, listening to music and eating good, delicious food.
Okay.
Isan food.
I will have to tell you that our food selection is the best.
Yeah, we got
local food, cheap, and อร่อยมาก.
Okay, nice. And in terms, so it's in Khao Yai on this kind of old tamarind plantation field. Are people camping? Are people staying in Khao Yai? Where do people stay?
We do have many options. We have hotels. Ranging from size to ones, and we have a camping site for festival goers as well.
People can bring tent if they like to.
Nice. Well then. Everyone loves a good tent. So you talked about a lot about the live music, also some local kind of Thai musicians. How do you've both kind of been DJing or in the music world for quite a number of years? Do you see some changes within both the local music scene in Bangkok, but also the wider Southeast Asia? And what are some things that you kind of find interesting or exciting at the moment that you're looking at and that's cool or that's really interesting?
I think after COVID, things have changed drastically. Completely. We find a lot of new emerging artists. Yeah, we find a lot of new emerging artists that can produce songs for that home. And I think we're kind of discovering
the internet helps connecting different kind of music. Sure. It's easy for us to discover new music as well.
Yeah. No, I see that. I see that entirely. Are there any specific artists where you're 5 years ago I wasn't seeing even any of these, and now I'm seeing that's really interesting, or that's really interesting. Are there is there any names or any kind of scenes that kind of stick out to either of you?
I've seen more DJs starting producing music. This is a good sign for the local scene. Before, you see DJs only just play music, but now we see people start to do the remixing and produce their own music and create their own sound, and that helps. I think that helps the community too.
Sure,
because we get to know who they are from the music that they produce
Yeah,
better than the music that they DJ.
for sure, for sure. Okay, great. So for anyone who's interested for next year, what's the details like? What date is it? And maybe is there anything else you want to mention about the festival?
Well, I would like to mention about the Taviset, the Magic Eyes.
Magic Eyes.
Yeah, if you see the logo of the Magic Eyes in this festival, they are the legendary waste management organization based in Bangkok.
Cool.
They were active like 40 years ago when I was young.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid,
We grew up with
with Magic Eyes. Every time we see the sticker of Magic Eyes, we knew how to separate the food waste and how to put garbage into the right place. So this time is like come to remind people from my generation and teach people from younger generation to know how to manage the
waste management.
waste management.
Cool. So will they be doing like a workshop or just doing the waste at a festival?
They have the workshop a day before the festival, so they give the workshop to the locals in that area.
Okay.
Give the knowledge
Community, how to separate all the waste and where
the recycle stuff go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the festival, I think they're gonna have the booth that can give information to the entrepreneur or whoever wants to learn more about waste management. They are willing to supply the knowledge.
Cool. Very, very, very interesting. Sounds great. And yeah, so just to remind people, what's the date and what are the details for the festival?
It's on 25th of January in Khao Yai.
Next month.
Next month.
I think thank you very much. Thanks for coming down and really appreciate your time.
Thanks,
Thanks, Tan. Thanks, Maytae.